This is Boxing Tickets NI in association with SB Sports. We're here in Dublin and delighted to be joined once again with James McGivern. James, I guess I want to start this off in sort of probably a different way. Twice you've obviously agreed to fight Tony McGlynn. Twice it's fallen through. Both times you've got a stoppage. Is maybe the new way of things to go? Is arrange a fight with Tony McGlynn, him to pull off the card and you just to take it out on somebody else?
That's not a bad idea, that, you know. What I'm going to do, I must get a photo of Tony in the gym and just get really angry all the time because he pulled out twice, and that'll be my motivation to maybe keep stopping people.
I guess obviously it's good to laugh and joke about it, but obviously when the news came, obviously the other week that Tony McGlynn wasn't fighting again, there were different sides in August. This time obviously it was different. Does that spur you on more obviously in your camp, or sort of let down to the fact that you wanted a fight, you wanted a title before you moved down to super feather? How did you react to that sort of when he was pulled off?
It's disappointing. I was ready to go again and ready to do it down here in front of all his friends and family. The last time that the British Boxing Board hooked it, there was my Twitter and Instagram was going nuts with all these random dubs slabbering about all sorts of madness. I was going, you know what, I'll fix Airwagon and do it down in Dublin. It was set up to go, and then what can you do?
I guess that's boxing sometimes, isn't it? You've been used to it obviously in the amateurs and everything else. You can be prepared to fight someone and the next thing a curveball comes and it doesn't happen. But do you sort of look at maybe tonight and the fact that you maybe want a bit more probably round sort of in the way you wanted an opponent's going to stand there, is durable, is going to take it, or is it just the fact to get the aggression out in somebody?
Just getting a fight, getting fighting again. It seems to be the running theme of my career. I was slagging with Jerry Story Jr. I was up sparring with Rory Lavery, and says they might have 5 fights and 5 times something's went wrong. So don't be surprised if it doesn't happen. And lo and behold, number 6, something went wrong. But listen, I was actually talking to Big Paddy Gallagher. He trained me in this exact gym when I was 11. And I always remember him saying, control the controllables. All you can do is control what you can control, and outside of that, don't worry about it. And I bumped into him the night and went, I was talking about you the other day. Control the controllables. All you can do is look after me in my camp and let the rest sort itself out.
I guess it's sort of disappointing for you probably in a way, because lightweight isn't your weight. You know, super featherweight's your weight. You stayed another fight. You know, obviously to get a belt. Obviously now your plan is you're going to move down to super feather. There's no point waiting about it. Lightweight, you want to fight finally, and we said this always at the press conference, finally fight at super featherweight. So that's the plan, I guess, moving forward now.
Yeah, plan moving forward is get down to 59 where I belong again and made this weight. I didn't have to try. So, you know, I was still eating right and staying hydrated and doing the things you have to do, but it wasn't difficult. Super featherweight I can probably make quite easy too. So I'll get down to there, see what's up down there. I'll be a monster at super featherweight. I'm big for lightweight. Well, can't compare to Gary Cully, but I'm big enough for lightweight. So I'll be super big at super featherweight.
I guess that's 2 fights as well. Obviously now under Jason Quigley and Sheer Sports as well. Is this just you putting out? You know, it's like I had no stoppage before. I've now two runs, 2 stoppages. Are you probably trying to get more money somewhere? Is this what you're trying to do? Keep the knockouts coming so he can give you some more money?
No, I'm just trying to get fighting and you have to be a YouTuber nowadays to get into these big fights, so you need to be a bit more exciting maybe. Don't want anyone falling asleep in round 6 watching me counterpunch the head off someone. People want to see blood and they want to see knockouts, so after being in LA I realised this is the way it has to be. Yes, you still do all the things you need to do to keep yourself right. If being aggressive isn't working, you can always revert back to what I've done from when I was 11 or 6 I started boxing. So that's the new sort of go forward and put on a bit of a show.
Obviously we know there's a big show in 8 weeks time in Belfast. Obviously that's where you're from. Are you sort of hoping maybe to get on the card? I know you were potentially looking you were going to put on in December, yeah, and it didn't sort of work out. Yeah. You want to be back fighting in Belfast again, obviously, particularly after what happened in August and everything else. And what better card to do it? Obviously Michael Conlan fighting first full title fight since August 2018 in Belfast. So has the feelers been put out the Conlan boxing yet and getting you on the card?
I don't know, all I do is throw the punches. I leave that to the boss man, although he's getting ready to throw punches too. No, I said it, I've watched hundreds of fights in the Odyssey, from Carl Frampton to Ryan Burnett, and it's always something I've wanted to do. I wanted to do that ring walk in the Odyssey and see it from their perspective rather than being out in the crowd. I would love to do it. Again, I come out of here, no bumps, no bruises. I can start back training tomorrow if needs be.
And that's the thing now, you want to have consistency, you want to have fights coming. You nearly want to be out of a fight, have a week of rest and then get back in again.
Absolutely. The name of this game at my stage is just activity. You need to be in there and fighting. to get your name out there. The likes of Eddie Hearn knocking about in Dublin, talking about people. I want to be in that conversation.
And obviously, when you think of obviously super featherweight as well, there's not probably a lot of people there. So do you sort of maybe look at maybe the Celtic title and then maybe progress further on, because it might be harder to get someone for an Irish title? Is it just a fact now of get a belt next, and then obviously don't care who it is, and then probably maybe push on to European sort of stages that way?
Yeah, I get down to super featherweight and get ranked at super featherweight. Put my name in the mix. At the minute, no one on super featherweight even knows who I am, because I'm not in the mix. So the idea is to go down to super featherweight and start building myself up the rankings. So I win a Celtic title. If I can't win an Irish title, I'd love to win an Irish title. Commonwealth, European, World Champion.
It's as easy as that sometimes, isn't it? But as you're seeing, obviously six fights in, it's like something's going wrong in every camp. But I guess, luck changes sometimes. You walk out that door and you could find a lottery ticket. You just don't know what's going to happen. But
there's a lottery ticket out there I haven't seen.
I don't know if we could get it because we live in the north.
A lottery ticket, it'd hit me in the back of the head before it got to the floor. I tell you, that must be free.
And land in somebody else's pocket.
I know my luck, yeah. But no, yeah, you got to get out there. You got to be active. In these early stages of your career, this shit's going to happen all the time. It's Ricky Burns who's actually coaching Taylor, one of my best mates, and we've been together all week down here. And he has had 52 fights and something like 25 12-rounders. A man's a wealth of knowledge, and he says that's what happens. So you got to roll with the punches. Like Oasis say, you got to roll with it. I'm quite good at doing it.
You came into Oasis number of the night as well, didn't you?
Yeah, if they get back together, I might retire on the spot just to try and join the band.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Can you sing?
Let's not talk about it.
We nearly got your dance move before we started the interview as well. It'd been nice to have the dance.
I don't know about singing, but I can dance all right. Maybe I get out here and get a couple of Guinness into me, and then you'll see me dancing.
And obviously, when you finally touching your sport coming down from Belfast, it's a 100-mile trek down here. Maybe people staying the night and everything else. That support's the thing that probably keeps you going when the chips go down in camp and the opponents pull out and everything else.
Realistically, the main reason you do these things is for your support, isn't it? Like, it's great for me and my family and friends and blah blah, but it's for the people that they love that come down. My missus is sitting there as proud as punch now. She came down with her mother and one of her best mates, and they're all sitting there as happy as Larry. So as long as I can do that, my sister, she's literally ready to have a baby in 6 months. I'm going to be an uncle. She made the trek down to sit and watch me, and they're happy, I'm happy. So that's the job.
Well, look, we'll let you go and get your Guinness. Hopefully we'll catch up with you very, very soon. I'll maybe put a wee call on the Jamie Cullen tonight and see if we can get you a space.
You've got the inside scoop now, you see.
Well, thanks very much for your time, James, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Appreciate it.